Hello my fellow book lovers and welcome back to today's video. I'm so excited because you guys know how much I love reading hockey romances, and I have not read a hockey romance in so freaking long. Okay, so today we are going to be continuing what hockey series are worth it, or if you should read them, like reading a hockey book series, like the whole little series I have here on my channel. I actually don't know what episode this is. I know I've only done a few episodes of it, but I'm so excited to continue it, and I'm really hoping that this year, like this winter, I'll be able to knock a few more episodes in, at least have like 3 or 4 more episodes up, because I love me a hockey romance. Okay, let's kind of just get into what books we're going to be reading in this video in particular, okay? Because I do have the 2 books picked out that I'm going to read, and I don't think I'm going to do more than 2 because I tend to yap. I yap on, and I feel like if I do more than 2 books, then I neglect kind of like some of like the fun reading behind the scenes content that comes with reading the books. So I'm only going to do 2. And if I decide I want to do another one, I will. But as of right now, we were only doing 2. So the 2 books that we are for sure reading in this video is one, Spiral by, I don't know how to say her name, but Val is her first name. So I read the first book in this series, which was Collide, and this is the Off the Ice series, I'm pretty sure. Off the Ice? It should maybe say it in the front of the book. It doesn't say, but I'm sure I will figure it out eventually. This is the second book. She's obviously a ballerina and he's a hockey player, and this is a fake dating hockey romance. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about it other than the fact that it is fake dating. I absolutely love a book with a ballerina in it because I used to be a dancer growing up, so I love reading about it. I'm just excited. Okay, so this guy I think is now a professional hockey player, and he was in the first book. He was friends with Aiden, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not like the first book at all. Like it's like definitely one of my least favorite books. I read it a while ago, did not like it. Summer was the worst. She was just an awful female main character, I feel like, and Aiden was actually like a good guy, and he deserved better. Honestly. Yeah, I'm excited to read this one because if I like this one, I will continue the series, but if I do not like it, then I will not continue the series, just because maybe it's just like maybe her writing won't be for me, considering I did find some things within the first book that I did not like that I'm hoping that maybe don't happen in this one. So anyway, so that is the first book we're going to be reading, and then the second book we're going to be reading, we're reading this one second for the sole purpose of the fact that I know it's going to eat. I know it's going to slay, I know it's going to eat, and I love this author, so we are going to be reading The Fake Out by Stephanie Archer. Absolutely love the first book in this series. This is the Vancouver Storm series. This is the second book. First book blew me out of the water, was so fun, and loved the 2 main characters. I also just love Stephanie Archer as a whole. She is a fantastic, I think, adult romance writer. All of her books are super fast paced, super fun, all super steamy. Like the romance is just romance, and I just think that she's such a great romance writer. Okay, so I'm so excited to continue this series because a lot of people love this series, and I just love Stephanie Archer as a whole. So I'm excited, and this is the one apparently that everyone really loves the most. I just have to remember to like lower my expectations though when I go into it so that I don't feel like I'm overhyping it, you know? But I know it's gonna eat no matter what because I love Stephanie Archer. Okay, I love her, and I'm gonna read this one second solely because I am unsure of this one. With all that being said, let's get to reading Spiral. This literally always happens whenever I'm filming a reading vlog, is like literally the first clip is me like, all right, I'll update you when I start reading, and then I never update you when I start. I just start and then I just read a good chunk of the book. Well, actually not a good chunk. Well, actually that was a lie. I would say a good chunk, but it's been a few days actually since I've updated you. I'm like almost 120 pages in. I'm on chapter 16 of Spiral. So far, let me say, I am definitely liking this one better than Collide, but I think it's the way that she writes her female main characters that I don't like, because the way that she makes Sage and also Summer very unlikable in ways. Like I personally don't really like them. Like Sage is better than Summer for sure so far, and you could kind of tell why Sage is like what she does, and hers isn't as bad as I felt like Summer's was in the book. Like Summer literally was just being the worst for no reason. Like she had no reason to be like that when Aiden was literally just like actually doing everything he could and like showed that he wanted to be with her, but she was just actually being the worst to him. If I was a man, I'd be like, actually, I don't need to deal with this. I don't need this. Or I don't need to be like belittled by this girl every day of my life. You know what I mean? With this one, I could kind of see like why she kind of like is playing out the way that she is because of like the interactions in the beginning. So this is a fake dating romance, and basically Elias is, well, Eli, his friends call him, but Elias is a professional hockey player and he's not doing as well as he would like. He keeps constantly being in the tabloids because he's a rookie, and like all of the time, like people are just assuming that he's like hooking up with all these girls, and he's like, that's just like not true. Like none of that is actually happening. But he just can't seem to catch a break from media. Him and Sage end up fake dating for mutual beneficiation, because I don't want to give any spoilers for this book, but I mean, like, it kind of happens right in the beginning. But basically, Elias and Sage like kind of had this opportunity to fake date to kind of be able to, one, because she wants to be in this like prestigious ballet company that is currently only like taking influencer ballerinas, like ballerinas who have like really big social media followings, is for auditions and giving them parts and stuff like that. So she sees the opportunity as like, oh, if I date Elias because he has a lot of public attention right now, then that could help me. And then it also helps him because everyone thinks that he's some playboy, which he's not. He's like, well, if it seems like I have a, you know, stable girlfriend, people will leave me alone. So they decide to fake date, essentially. Yeah, I can see why in the beginning she is the way that she is, because of things that just like happen in the book. Like, you know, I don't know. It's so weird because I don't want to give any spoilers, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel like I'm not making this sound good. I'm not making it sound good, but it is good. I'm liking it, but I have noticed again already, something like a big issue that I had with Clyde was the time jumps. It only has happened, I think, once so far. The time jump, it was literally like we went to the next paragraph and next thing I knew, like hours had gone by. Like, and we were just talking about something else, like happening in a moment, and then literally the next paragraph, like hours had gone by. And I was like, okay, like for this instance, it's kind of okay because it's not like we were just talking about something with Sage and Eli and then we jumped like hours into the future or weeks into the future, you know what I mean? Which would happen all the time, I felt like, in Clyde. Whereas like it was just like one thing going on with him that he was talking about, and then we jumped to like hours later in something else that he's doing. So I'm like, okay, like that's fine. But I'm like, okay, why are we just like jumping? Why are we just doing that? You know what I mean? Like, it maybe other books do it too, and I just like don't really think about it. But I think because I noticed it so heavily in the first book, and that was like one of my biggest pet peeves, that I'm like noticing it now in this one. What am I saying? This is nothing coherent. I've been talking for 5 minutes and I haven't said anything coherent. Anyway, the pacing of this book I feel like is a bit slower. I started this the other day and I didn't really get that far. I think I got maybe 30 pages in on the first day I read it, and then I just like didn't read it for the rest of the day. And then yesterday I ended up getting almost 120 pages in. I'm really liking it. I do like Eli a lot as a character. I think he is going to have like a nice little like development within the book. I hope Sage does too, because again, like I said, it's just maybe the way that she writes her female main characters that I just don't love. But Sage uses like her humor to kind of like mask the way that she's like actually feeling, and it's a very weird sense of humor. Like some of the things that she had said to Elias, and I'm like, he doesn't really know you, so that's a really weird thing for you to say to him. Like I can understand like the bantery flirting like little thing and stuff like that, but she'll like make she made one was like a sexual innuendo towards him, which I'm like, okay, whatever, like that's just I guess your way of flirting, but also like you don't know him and this is like your first meeting with him. And so I guess maybe like if you assume like just what you've seen like in the tabloids is true, that maybe like this is funny, but like he didn't laugh, but you kept doing it. Like you had done it again multiple times after that. So to me, that's just kind of like red flag. Two, something else that she did was make a joke about how they could fake date and how she was like using him for popularity or like basically clout. And I was like, that's literally what you're doing though. Like you're joking about it, but like that's literally what you're doing. And I totally understand like why you're both doing it and why this is mutually beneficial for both of you. But like, imagine if some girl like came up to you and it's like you're already having problems with fans thinking that you're just like willy-nilly willing to sleep with anybody who walks, you know what I mean? And then some girl that you don't really know comes up to you and like makes a joke about it. Like, I don't know, to me that's just like rubbing the wrong way, like not appropriate jokes. But maybe I just am a really harsh critic of this author right now because her first book I didn't really love, and I kind of went into this one with a little bit more higher expectations. But I don't know, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hater. Maybe I'm just a hater. I have no idea. But I guess we'll just see how it goes for the rest of the time, because I am enjoying, like, I'm enjoying it for the most part. Like, when I'm reading it, I'm like, I don't like hate it. Like, I do want to keep going, you know what I mean? And I do enjoy Elias as a character. And yeah, I'm just kind of hoping that there's more to the book than like I'm giving it credit for, you know what I mean? But yeah. There's only 338 pages in this book, so honestly, I should be able to fly through it really quickly. I can see myself getting like a good chunk of this done again today. I have some editing to do and obviously some reading and then some other things to do. So yeah, I'm gonna probably start editing and then read. So hello, you guys. If you can't tell, I'm a little down bad right now, okay? The past few days have not been feeling well. My throat was hurting yesterday. My throat feels a little better today, but it still hurts. But literally maybe 2 hours ago, my nose got so congested out of nowhere. Like literally all day it was fine. Like I was breathing fine. Like I had maybe a little bit of like congestion, but like not really. Like it wasn't like, you know, like it is now. Like you can kind of tell. Like can you hear me? So yeah, I'm kind of down bad. So I finished Spiral. I finished this book. You didn't see me read a single thing of it. You didn't see me read any single part of it. But overall, what I'm going to tell you, because I finished it, is that I liked it. It was good. It's definitely not my favorite. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if I'm gonna continue the series. Not that I'm like against it, because I definitely liked this one a lot better than Collide. I liked Sage and Elias a lot more than I liked Aiden and Summer. I mean, I liked Aiden a lot, but I did not like Summer at all. So as if you haven't heard me say that 600 times. Because I know I said it in this video and then also the video that I filmed that reading vlog in, or Collide, that in the reading vlog that I filmed that in, which was a while ago. Anyway, I'm not making sense. It doesn't matter. I did like this. Sage got better. The ending dragged on for no reason. Like literally the part where like normal romances would end, this one just didn't. Like literally like the big like declaration thing happened, you know what I mean, like in every romance book, and then usually it ends and it goes straight to the epilogue, but that didn't happen. That sure did not happen. There was so much more that happened after this that like was not needed at all. I felt like that could have been cut and could have just went straight to the epilogue. Would have made sense without all the extra stuff in it. That's what I'm gonna say for now, because I'm down bad, like I said, and I don't feel that good. So I was not gonna finish it yesterday. I'll finish it when I can read on camera. No, I didn't. So here we are. I'll update you guys more on this book at the end, because obviously I can't right now, but in a little while, maybe later, after, or maybe because I'll probably take a bath, because I took one last night and it felt amazing. So I'll probably take a bath to feel better, and I'll probably start the fake out or whatnot sometime later tonight. I don't know when, but sometime later. Hello, we're back with another update from yesterday. I'm still a little down bad, but I'm actually feeling better today than I was yesterday. So I decided to give you a slight little update because I don't know what else to do. But yeah, I know I said yesterday I finished Spiral, and I'll talk more about both of the books at the end, just because hopefully by the time I'm done with the fake out, I'll feel significantly better and I can give you a full rundown of each book. I started the fake out yesterday, obviously because I wasn't feeling well. So I was laying in bed watching Disney movies, as one does when they don't feel well. I don't know if that's just me, but literally, if you catch Tangled, Frozen, Lilo and Stitch, and Moana on my TV and I'm laying in bed with a book, you know I'm sick. Those are my go-to movies. Anyways, last night while I was watching Frozen and Frozen 2, I was reading the fake out. Let me tell you, this book eats. This book is eating, okay? Literally, I'm in bed last night, you know, not feeling well, sick as one is, and I literally am like, I don't want to stop reading this. I literally am so down bad for these characters, and this is like eating. This slaps. I don't know what she put in this book specifically, but this one eats. Like I don't know. I couldn't tell you because I'm still trying to figure it out myself. Let's see. I got 36% into the book last night. I'm on chapter 28. There's 433 pages in this book and I'm on 146. And I did that all yesterday. That's crazy. Well, honestly, it's not that crazy. I've done that before. But like the fact that I was not feeling well, like I had a headache, my nose got so stuffy yesterday, like literally, I think was it like that yesterday? I don't know. But either way, my nose got significantly congested and my head hurt and all the other things that happen when you don't feel good. Obviously, I don't need to keep talking about it. And then I made it 36% into this book because I did not want to put it down. I was up till like 11 o'clock. Why was I up till 11 o'clock? reading this book because I literally didn't want to put it down. Literally, I got to this chapter and I was like, I could do 7 more minutes because this chapter's 7 minutes. But then I was like, no, I shouldn't. I should go to bed because I'm not feeling well. So like, that's the smart thing for me to do. And the fact that Michael was in bed next to me already asleep, I felt like was a sign. I was like, no, I got into bed. Well, that's a lie. I first sat in the bath for over an hour, then got into bed and read and continuously read. That's where we are. This book is slaying. Like, I literally don't know what she put in it, but she's slaying. So that's my update for now. I'm definitely going to continue reading it and this afternoon or whatnot because I have to. Like, I literally want to read it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, if I have the choice to do something, the choice is to read. I'm not doing anything else. Like, obviously I'm not feeling well, so I'm not gonna leave my house. But like, if it was like, oh, do you wanna like watch a brand new movie? Or do you wanna put on Moana and sit and read this book that you've been reading? I'm gonna sit and read the book with Moana on in the background. Like, I'm sorry. Also, okay, I forgot. This book, honestly, it's so funny. Let me go to one of my highlighted notes in this book. It's just so much easier to do in my Goodreads. I have 5 highlights. Like, so the first one was, I hate Rory Miller's stupid fucking arrogant grin. I hate it so much that I think about it all the time. Stop. I was laughing. I was like, stop, me. And then this is the one, oh, so I didn't even tell you what this book is about. I literally should tell you what this book is about before I continue on. So basically, I actually had it wrong before going into this book. I thought that Rory and Hazel are the 2 main characters, and I thought Rory and Hazel were exes and that they were fake dating because of his reputation or something like that, or that he needed a better reputation and that I didn't really know what it was for her, but that's wrong, okay? It does have something to do with her ex-boyfriend though, is that Rory and Hazel went to high school together. Rory has always had a crush on Hazel, but while in high school, she had a boyfriend who was trash, okay? Who's also a professional hockey player, and he actually just got traded to their team. So Rory can't stand him. Hazel actually is the physiotherapist for the team, the Vancouver Storm team, and her ex-boyfriend is assigned to her. She's now his physiotherapist. He kind of comes in and he's a douchebag. Let's make that clear. The man's a douchebag. And so she was like, no, he treated me terribly and I'm gonna get him back. And Rory hates him. So she was like, you know that Rory and I are dating, right? Like, we're together. Even though that was a lie. Like, Rory's always flirting with her and always like trying to get her to like go on a date with him. And she's just like, no, like, I don't date hockey players. And like, he kind of knows why. Like, he knows that they dated because they all went to high school together. Basically, Rory's like, hell yeah, we're gonna fake date. We're gonna date. But the thing is though, with Rory, he's like, yeah, we're dating. He's like, yeah, Hazel's my girlfriend. He keeps telling everyone that like Hazel's his girlfriend. Like, people who don't need to know. Like, people where it doesn't matter. Cause he's like, no, like, in my brain and in my life, this is real. Like, she's really my girlfriend. And for Hazel, she's just like, you know, this is fake, right? Like, we're not dating. Even though she wants it to be real. Like, she's crazy. This girl's ridiculous. So anyways, like I was saying, so they're fake dating, and so they do a whole bunch of things to like get under her ex's skin. So like, since he's on the team and Rory's actually having to room with him a few times, one of the highlights I said, I was cackling. I was like, you little shit. I was like, Rory, you're such a shit. Like, I cannot believe that that is hilarious. That is so thought out and just like dumb, but I love it. It's the best, okay? And so this is the quote, kind of like in context, was like, when McKinnon enters, I pull the framed photo of Hartley out of my bag and set it on the nightstand. It's a zoomed in version of the photo from the engagement party with me cropped out. You don't mind, right? I asked McKinnon. Bro literally printed out a picture of Hazel to put on the nightstand in a hotel room that he's sharing with her ex-boyfriend. I'm so dead. I'm like, you are such a dickhead. I can't. And I love it. That was so funny. Like, that's hilarious. And Mr. Man, keep it up, because I'm eating this. This is so good. Anything else funny happens, I will obviously tell you about it. But honestly, this is a perfect book to read this time of year, because obviously it's like that middle of like, you know, like I'm in the Christmas spirit, but it's before Thanksgiving. So the book takes place over, I assume, the course of a few months, because obviously, like every fake dating, there's always a expiration date, and the expiration date for them is like January 1st. So yeah, so this is like a good time to be reading this book, because I think not like necessarily like holiday things are going to be happening, but like I think some holiday things will be mentioned. So this is honestly a really great time to read it. But yeah, that's my update on this book. I literally did not mean for this clip to be so long as it is, but I forgot that's stuff I wanted to tell you. So yeah. It is the next day, and I'm still reading The Fake Out, obviously, by Stephanie Archer. When I first started reading today, I think I was 63% of the way into the book. Now I'm 79%, and I obviously am enjoying it. Like, the book is so good. So many things have happened, and I'm eating it up. It's so good, okay? As you can tell, I'm still a little down bad. But the book itself, eating. Like, so good. I meant to update you before I got to this part because obviously I knew this was going to happen. Like I said in the beginning, like the whole reason that they're fake dating is because of her ex. Let me tell you, like obviously like it hasn't been fake for a while. And they were both being like stupid. Where like Rory and Hazel were both like, oh, well, I have to wait until to see if they feel the same. And of course Hazel is just like, I don't know if he feels the same way, or like, oh, like I don't know what this feeling is. And I'm like, Miss Girl, it's called having a crush. It's called having feelings on a man. I don't know what you're expecting. You're a physiotherapist. Like, use your brain. Like, use the brains that got you into school and got you a degree and a career, and do the math, put it together. It's not that hard. You know what I mean? And that's the one thing I hate in books. But like, I mean, I guess it makes sense, like it has to happen that way, because if it doesn't, then it's just like, I don't know. But I mean, hold on, I gotta adjust. Okay. Because it's just like, they're being dumb. And like Rory did the same thing, but Rory was like, no, like I know that she has feelings for me, I just want her to say it and everything. So, and if you can hear rattling out there, Michael is making dinner. Our bedroom is right outside of, or the kitchen is right outside of our bedroom. So if you can hear rattling, that's what that is. But beside the point, Rory was like, no, like I know she feels the same way, I just want her to say it. He goes, just in case that she doesn't. And I'm like, bro, obviously she does. Y'all are going on dates and kissing and hooking up when no one else is around for this fake dating scheme to see. No one's around when you're doing these things and you're hanging out. Like, you sleep over at her house. Like, nobody is there during those times where it's just like, oh, this is like where we need to, you know. No one's there. Like, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, of course this isn't fake. Of course you both have feelings. Like what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? And so I hate when they do that in books where they're just like, like, I just don't know if he feels the same way or if it's still pretend. And like, I get it. Because in real life, like, let me tell you, same thing happened with Michael. I literally was like, I don't know if he likes me. It was clear as day that Michael liked me. I was just an idiot. You know what I mean? And Michael knew I liked him and he just didn't say anything, like an idiot. So it just makes sense. You know, it just makes sense in a book. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. I'm at a really good part. I don't know. Because I'm at 80%, I don't know if there's going to be like a third act breakup, because I said this in a previous video where I read a Stephanie Archer book. Stephanie Archer, I feel like, is known for doing third act breakups, but I feel like in the last book that I read, she didn't do one. It was just a different kind of third act conflict. I don't want to say it was necessarily a breakup. Like, it was like a weird little tiff, and that was it. I'm praying that there isn't one, because I love Rory and Hazel together. Like, I absolutely love them. They're so good. Like, they're just so good together. Like, they just mesh together so well. And like, something that I liked about this fake dating in general was that like the whole thing itself was very like smooth and didn't seem fake in the slightest. Like, they definitely seemed like they liked each other the whole time, which is good. And wasn't like, oh, they had to keep up with appearances. But obviously it was because Rory was like, yeah, this is like, for her it may be pretend. And like, for him, he was like, I know it's pretend, but it's not pretend. He was like, she's my girlfriend. Like, she's my girlfriend, whether this is fake or not. You know what I mean? So that's how he was, and I liked that part of it because it was, I don't know, it just felt very like seamless, like all the transitions, and it's like obviously like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep reading, especially now that Michael's cooking and it's getting loud. And I will update you guys, I guess, in a little bit. I don't know.
Hello, I am back. My back is literally killing me, okay? So like literally, I'm like laying here, I'm so stiff. I have this heating pad underneath me. Oh my god, it is horrible. Anyways, it's a little while later now, obviously. I'm 91% into the book, and I don't think there's going to be a third act breakup. No, I think there's still going to be a third act conflict, because Rory's dad throughout this book is literally the worst. Like, he's just like kind of the worst, you know, and that's just to be expected of something. Someone's expected to be the worst. Obviously, you know, Hazel's ex is the worst, and Rory's dad is the worst. So, with that being said, I think something's going to go down because of Rory's dad, because Rory's dad sucks, like I said. So, yeah, I'm 91% in. I'm on page 392 of 433. I am literally, like, ecstatic about the fact that I read this book. Like, I literally love this book so much. It's so good. It's definitely, I don't think a 5-star read for me, but, like, 4.25 star, 4.5 star, like, she's up there. She's up there. This is, obviously, I haven't read the other books in the series. She has 3 other books in this series, I think, not including the first one after this one. And I've heard that this one is definitely the best, but no, and I see why. Like, I see why. Like, it's eating. We finished the fake out. I also just finished watching. No, that's not true. I didn't watch anything. I read. I also read the bonus scene for the book. When you read the book, you know how it ends. I loved this book. This one was so good, you guys. Sorry, literally, my back, like I said earlier, my back hurts so bad. Love, 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 love. And I literally was thinking, I was like, oh my god, like, hang on, wait. Okay, not that, like, you can see anything, but, like, sometimes, like, book characters, like, look like me and Michael. It's so funny. Like, they don't really look like us, but they do, kind of. Honestly, it's just kind of the hair. Like, her hair is, like, brown, and Michael's hair is blonde, and this character, you know, it's just that. You know, there's another book, too, that I really like that's a hockey romance that also the characters look like me and Michael. Anyways, loved this. It was so good. I am gonna rate this like a 4.25 stars, I think. 4.5 stars? I don't know. We'll wait till tomorrow, because whatever I'm doing tomorrow I will update you on both books, which was Spiral and this one, because I don't think I'm gonna read another book in this reading vlog in particular, just because I feel like when I do 3, sometimes it just makes the vlog way too long. And I know you guys like longer vlogs, but sometimes it's just so long. And as you guys know, I just don't shut the heck up. Like, I just don't shut up at all, as I am continuing to talk right now. But sometimes I just feel like it might be more beneficial for me to just do 2. But I will review my footage and decide if I'm going to do another book for this reading vlog. But I think this one will be it. So tomorrow I'll come back to you and we will chat about the 2 books, because I don't think I really talked about Spiral that much. And obviously I only talked to you about this one as this one was kind of going. So yeah, I will kind of round it out, give you my final thoughts, things like that.
Hello, long time no see. For this video, I actually was just going over the footage and editing everything for me to realize that I actually never came back and updated you or finished out this vlog. So here we are. We're doing that right now. So let's talk about the 2 books that I ended up reading in this video, which was Spiral and then The Fake Out by Stephanie Archer. Let's start with Spiral, obviously, because I didn't really talk about this one that much throughout the video. But I mean, I know I talked about it and my thoughts are still kind of the same on both books. Honestly, like, I know I didn't like really give a final thoughts or a wrap up, but overall, I did like this book. Have I thought about it since? No. Honestly, like, the rating for it I'm gonna give is probably just the 3 stars, but I think just a 3 stars. Like, I'm not gonna like not recommend the book, but it's definitely not my favorite, definitely not one I'm gonna recommend. I still don't know if I'm gonna continue out this series. I think it probably won't be one that's going to be like on my radar necessarily. Like, if the newest book comes out, I'm not gonna rush to the store to get it. If like the plot line maybe is like intriguing to me, or I hear maybe some good reviews about it, maybe I'll go and pick it up and kind of see if, you know, the book will be for me. I think the next one will follow a character named Matt. Let me see, because I know she put it in her like acknowledgements. Oh, Dylan's book. Okay, Dylan. I don't really remember much about Dylan in this book at all. I know he's mentioned in the first one and in this one. I think he's more of like a goofball character, but gave no indication of what his book was about. So honestly, I'm not like too intrigued to really continue the book series. Again, I like this book more than the first one. It definitely, like I said, is just, it's not really memorable. The two characters were good. I thought the book just dragged out. I know I said that too. The book dragged out at the end. Like that whole like last percentage, like maybe last 60 pages of the book did not need to happen. Like it was a whole bunch, it could have just been like bonus chapters that she could have added in at the end of the book if she wanted. It was just stuff that was so not necessary to, I feel like, the plot. I mean, it was, because it was stuff that kept being brought up, but it was like something that like we would have figured out with the epilogue, considering like with the epilogue here, like she even like concludes and like talks about where they are at that point, which would have indicated where everything would have went after the fact, if that makes sense, without like giving anything away. So yeah, like I don't know, I feel like that's maybe all I have to say on this book. Like I said, not very memorable. I feel like the characters didn't really have that much development or growth throughout. I mean, like they did like slightly, just because of like their own like, you know, insecurities in life and stuff like that, but they're also young. Like that, you know, kind of happens. Like they're both like, I want to say is 22, maybe 21, 22, and he's the same, you know, like they both kind of have just graduated. I don't know if he actually ended up finishing college, but he obviously got drafted to the NHL, and he's a professional hockey player, and he's young, and he's in the NHL, you know, he's a professional athlete. Like there's only so much he can really grow in such a short period of time, especially being so young and like not really like knowing who you are and like, you know, like the whole 9 yards type of thing. Both books I read ended up being fake dating romances, which I didn't even actually make the connection until literally just now when I see fake dating on the back, when I'm like, oh yeah, they were both fake dating hockey players. It wasn't too memorable. I'm not gonna like not recommend it, but I'm also not gonna recommend it. It's not gonna be like the first thing that comes to mind when someone like asks me for a book recommendation or like a hockey romance book recommendation. I don't know if I'm gonna end up putting this one on my shelf. I don't have Collide up on my shelf, which is up here. You can't see it because I haven't uploaded like my book room video yet. I mean, I like the cover of this one. This one's pretty, but I don't know. I haven't decided. It's just not very memorable for me. I don't think I'll get rid of the book, but yeah. And then next we ended up reading The Fake Out. As you guys know, I absolutely loved this book. You guys know I loved this book. I ate it up. I ate it up like a dessert table. You know what I mean? Like I just had such a good time with this book. It was so fast paced, so fun. I absolutely loved Rory and Hazel so much, like together as a couple and then separately as characters. I thought they were both just like fun characters in general. That's something I really do love about Stephanie Archer as an author, is that her books are just like not serious, so you don't have to use any brain power going into them. They're just like fun, good times with like, you know, like their general concepts. They're not like anything groundbreaking, you know, in a way of like when it comes to like sports romances or characters, they're typical tropes that like guide the story along and stuff, but they're just like so fun. And part of me is like, they're cheesy and like they're not meant to be taken so seriously. They're just fun times. I really loved this book, and I don't know how I got so lucky to be married to my own Rory Miller, but literally like when I was reading the book and like thinking of and seeing all the things that Rory would say and like doing like for Hazel, just like as a whole, I was like, damn, I married Rory Miller. Like that's so crazy. Like, and I'm like so thankful for it. Like I loved Rory as a boyfriend. He was such a good boyfriend for Hazel. Literally like kissed the ground that she walked on and was like so ecstatic for Hazel to be his fake girlfriend, and literally just like wanted nothing more than for people to know that Hazel was his girlfriend. Was just like so happy and proud, and it was just so sweet, especially since because he was so, I'm trying to think, he was so like unhappy with how he'd been kind of going through the NHL, you know, with the past few years. Like he was feeling like it wasn't giving him the fulfillment and the drive and the passion that he knew he used to feel when he used to play. It wasn't like as rewarding anymore. But then obviously like when he got with Hazel Hazel and like kind of just started to see things different and started to play things different, especially because of her. Like he found some more joy, and just like was really, really sweet, because even when he was struggling himself with his own career, he was there to like help her and like basically like give her any kind of support that she needed in anything. It made him feel better to help her out and make her feel better. Like, you know what I mean? Which was like, I thought, a really sweet concept. And obviously, you know, as the book went on, like Hazel did the same thing. She obviously wanted to help Rory out with this like little rut that he was in, was kind of doing anything that she could to help him out, like figure things out, figure out like maybe why he's feeling this way, and like other ways to kind of help him feel better, like things like that. It wasn't even all just about the fact that it was to make her ex-boyfriend jealous. That was like the main plot of like why they got together, was because she wanted to not necessarily make him jealous, but she wanted to get back at him because he had treated her terribly. And so throughout the book, he's over here thinking like, oh, I could get her back anytime I wanted. And Rory's over here like, boy, that's so silly that you think that, because she's my girlfriend, and like that's not happening. Or like big scenes of the book were definitely more about like making him angry and like, or getting under his skin, which was like all like the really coupley stuff that they were doing. But again, it like then became like such second nature for them, of being like so coupley and not even like worrying about like if he was around or if anyone was around to kind of see them. They just enjoyed each other's company and like enjoyed being together as a whole, and realized that they actually meshed really well together. And that Hazel, like, you know, had like such a wrong idea of who Rory was. She really thought that he was someone like who, like, not who she thought he was, essentially. I don't really need to go much more into detail about it, but she really was like, had this different idea of him. And then when they started fake dating, she was just like, is this really who he is? And to find out like, yeah, like literally she was just like, I don't know why I had always thought this way, because it was kind of like he had never done anything to like show, other than this one instance that happened way back when like that kind of like she tells you about, that gives her the this impression of Rory, essentially. Clearly I loved this book, clearly, because I've been yapping on about it more than I had, you know, with this one. And this one I could like hardly tell you anything that happened or the plot and stuff like that. Whereas like going back to like the fake out, I literally just like, I'm thinking about the book and I'm just like, oh, like that was a sweet moment. This is a sweet moment. Like honestly, you just need to read it, and I highly recommend. The first two books in this series, I absolutely recommend. They're so fun, and I feel like the concepts are very just like the same but different, because well, I meant like as like tropes as a whole, like with the typical tropes that they are. The first book is called Behind the Net, and that one's also so fun because it follows Hazel's younger sister, who also went to high school with the goalie, who is, I can't remember his first name, but his last name's Stryker. I think that's how you say it. I can't remember. But both of them had crushes on each other in high school. They just like, they just never said anything, and then all of a sudden she pops up and she's like his personal assistant for the team, and he's like, oh my god, like I can't believe Pippa is working for me. And like seeing her for the first time, I'm still like getting butterflies in my stomach, like type of thing. So that one was really, really fun. And then this one again was super fun. Honestly, recommend both the first two books in this series, and I honestly will probably end up recommending this series as a whole, because granted I haven't read all of them yet, but I am excited. I'm excited to continue the series, and I will probably continue the series in my next hockey romance video. We'll be reading the next book, and yeah. But anyway, with all that being said, I don't know if I ever gave you a rating for this book. 4.25 stars for sure. Like, have I really thought about this book much since I finished reading it? No, but when I do go back and think on it, I absolutely loved it, and it just like makes me so happy to like think about, and like it brings me joy, and like the vibes are there, okay? The vibes are high. The book was amazing. I loved it. And that's all I have to say about it. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really hope that you enjoyed it, and that I hope I, you know, kind of helped you out when it comes to like, if you're someone who maybe wants to start reading hockey romances and you just don't know where to start. This is more just like a fun little concept thing on my channel because I love hockey romances, and I just wanted more of an excuse to just read them back to back. So you're welcome. Anyways, again, like I said, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias, as well as subscribing to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.